Alright, this is meteorologist Mark Mulner with a quick update. I'm not going to start out with current weather because we have bigger fish to fry right now, and that has to do with the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day small storm, I'm going to call it, and the much bigger storm for Christmas, post-Christmas, 27th particularly, possibly lasting into the 28th. Let's take a look first at what we've got here. This is the NAO index. We are negative right now, and we're near negative 0.5, and that will continue to, as models take it, positive. But I want people to know something. You don't have to have an extremely negative NAO to get a very good East Coast snowstorm. And models are hinting that the NAO will start falling off a cliff. So that this storm that moves across southern Pennsylvania and the Maryland border, which I'll show you here soon, is going to change the whole path of the NAO and drop it basically off a cliff towards negative again. So that'll set us up for the post-Christmas storm. So let's get right into the first storm, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. This is mainly going to be a late Christmas Eve, early Christmas Day storm. Both the ECMWF Euro and the GFS are taking it nicely here across northern West Virginia, northern Virginia into Maryland, southeastern Pennsylvania, and southern New Jersey, and then exiting it out towards Long Island and extreme southeastern New England. Just along and north of this low track is where we're going to see the 2 to 4 inches, some isolated areas up to 5 inches, and I wouldn't rule out a 6-inch amount, especially in southeastern Pennsylvania or in northwestern and central New Jersey here. And we have lighter 1 to 3 inch amounts here across towards the New York Pennsylvania border on up through Cortland and Syracuse as well. Probably not much north of the New York State Thruway. And in southern New England here, 2 to 4 inches across Connecticut, Rochester, and eastern Massachusetts with isolated amounts up to 5 inches there as well. Further 1 to 3 inches up towards Worcester and north towards southern Vermont. So let's take a look at the post-Christmas storm. This sets us up for the post-Christmas storm. We think right now, let's take a look at the GFS. It's really shifted further west, but there's something that caught my eye about the GFS that I really have a hard time with. Take a look at how elongated this low pressure system looks like. It's kind of stretched out, and this actually probably should be separated more into 2 separate low pressure systems. This is kind of hinting at the coastal development, even though a lot of people and forecasters are kind of trying to agree and side with a further west track. I don't really agree with a further west track with warm air. I agree that the coastal low will primarily take over and head northeast, dragging that cold air down. The ECMWF is partially the same thing, only it takes it over Harrisburg and up through Scranton, Pennsylvania, as you can see, and continues it northeastward for an inland track. How do we resolve this? Well, if we take a look at eastern Canada here, this is what we're going to call, this is the Rex block. You can see the height contours here, the area of high pressure, the ridging, and that's what you want to see for a nice block for the low pressure to move up the east coast of the United States. And also the NAO block, which we're going to see here in the western Atlantic, the northwestern Atlantic, and eastern Canada. So let's take a look at the path of this storm and possible snowfall, sleet, freezing rain, and then rain. We're going to see this storm ride right up the coast. The current thinking is still keeping it just slightly inland and heavy snow on the backside. And right where that low pressure tracks up the coast, that's where we'll see the sleet and the freezing rain mix into the picture. Now that rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain line is going to be really hard to pinpoint exactly, and wherever the low tracks, it's going to make a great difference on what precipitation you get. And it's going to continue to move up, and it'll start to bend more towards, say, New England by that time, but there'll be enough cold air coming down New England through interior New York, Pennsylvania, and interior New Jersey, as well as Maryland, Northern Virginia, these areas, to keep it all snow. by this account. So at this time, I'm still sticking with last night's scenario, and you can see in the white shading significant snow accumulations, in the bluer shading less accumulations, but still good accumulations. Chances of a white Christmas across New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, northern Maryland, southern New England, looking really good now with that small Christmas storm. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar. Like us on Facebook at MeteoMark, and subscribe to us here on YouTube. And if you have a question, post it. I will have more updates in the coming days. Here's a 4-day forecast for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira in the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania.